All right, good morning. Welcome to our Uplift Tribe team call. We are so excited to have a special guest this morning, one of the leaders on our team. Jennifer just hit diamond. She has been so committed and dedicated to this business, and most importantly to her people, to her challengers, to her coaches. She gives and pours and is just so selfless, and I'm just so blessed to know her. She's a mommy of two and a wife. She used to manage a Fortune 500 company, and now she's home with her babies, working this side hustle with big dreams. And I just love getting to watch all of the incredible things that are happening within her business. So she's actually the queen of community. She is out there in the community. Most people in California know her name and know who she is. She's always trying to get people together, get moms together, and just live in community together, which is such a beautiful thing. And we could all learn so much from her. So I'm excited for her to chat about getting back to the basics and some of the things that are working in her business. And without further ado, go ahead, girlfriend.
Hey. Okay, I'll try not to make this too long. But yeah, I guess I'll introduce myself a little too. I'm all about community. I came from, I'm one out of 3 kids, but my dad's one out of 12. My mom's one out of 6. They were foster parents, so we always had like 2 to 4 kids in our homes that became part of the family over time. So I've always had like people in and out of my life, always just trying to better each other. And we all learn from each other, new coaches, tenured coaches. And it's great like to have that. I thrive on that a lot. I kind of wanted to get back to basics because I know there's a lot of coaches that are, jumping on and signing up right now. And I also know that like sometimes we get carried away on like one thing once we like have been doing this for a while. For instance, myself, I started living on Instagram stories. Well, only like 10% of your people actually watch the Instagram stories. So what about the other 90% of your followers? Like, we have to remember we need to post so that they could see us. Some people, which I've realized recently, they don't want to see the Instagram stories because they don't want to use their data. They're still on like data plans, so they only see the posts. Also, another thing is like the hashtags. Like, we want a hashtag. Up to 30 hashtags will get your post seen. But if you hashtag something super popular in a post, that's not gonna be seen as much as if you hashtag something semi-popular, because if 2,000 people are following something or 2 million people are following something, you hashtag it on your post is going to get lost. But if you that same hashtag in your stories, only 10% of the people are watching the stories, so they're going to see it. It's only going to be up for a day, but they're more likely to see a popular hashtag in your stories than in your post. But in your post, you should hashtag things that are less popular, but make sure that you're interested, because you're going to see those followers and you're going to want to engage with them. The more, engaged you are, the better. I guess I'm going to stick to my notes because I'm not trying to do an Instagram training. So I wanted to see, do you guys know what the 4 vital behaviors are? Like, can somebody tell me? Not Patrice or Caroline.
Be proof of the product. I just drew a blank. Anybody else? Be proof of the product. Drink your Shakeology. Do the workout. Invite and recognize. I'm missing one. I need help with the last one.
Be proof of the product.
She said that.
I said that. Invite, recognize.
Come on, some of you other coaches should help her out. I know you know these.
Okay. It's personal development.
Okay, personal development.
And so I'm going to skip around a little bit. So for personal development, actually, that's like the one thing that's going to keep you going when times get hard. Like when you're not hitting Success Club, when you're like, hey, I'm doing everything. Where is everybody? Like nobody's watching you. Your personal development is not only going to help you have the right mindset for the business, it's going to benefit you like in your life, you know, in your everyday life. Actually, before I start talking about that, what do you think, Barbie? Energize, hydrate, or daily sunshine? I'm going to mail you one for answering.
I'll try. Wait, what was the first one? The
Hydrate, energize, or daily sunshine.
Energize. I'm gonna try the pre-workouts.
You haven't tried them? Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so the reason personal development is such a big thing is because like it helps you to think outside of your box, you know? But you should do personal development that interests you, not just the business side. Like, okay, for example, my 3-year-old, it's hard, you know, toddlers are hard. And I don't want to raise him, you know, I love my parents, but they had like old school ways of disciplining, you know, like spanking and shaming and that. And like, you know, like if you get spanked, you usually spank. It's just the pattern. Like that's how life is. So I don't want to go down that path. So like I listen to Janet Lansbury, Toddler Discipline Without Shaming. I love it. I've listened to it like 3 times. Like anytime I start getting frustrated and started like thinking it's his fault, it's my fault. Like it kind of helps like recenter me, you know? So like something that interests you, and then you could just talk about it later. Like you'll help other moms that are probably struggling or anything. Like, so yeah, of course, everybody says books, read a book that's going to help you. But I don't have time for books, so I normally listen to podcasts. I love short little podcasts. My absolute favorite is Optimal Living Daily is my absolute favorite. And I love them so much. They actually have 3 other sections. There's Optimal Living Daily Health, Optimal Living Daily Relationship, Optimal Living Daily Business. And they're all super good. So anyways, find something that you like. It doesn't have to be a book. It doesn't even have to be a podcast. It could be a women's retreat. Like that's something that's going to enrich you. Like invest in yourself and your personal development. Yeah, it's like an investment to the business, but it's an investment to your life. So like just doing personal development, even if you weren't doing this, is still going to benefit you. Like, and that's what we want, right? We want to be like, we join this, most of us, not just to make the income. We join this to focus on ourselves, to make ourselves healthy and happy and have energy, to be our best self. So we got to kind of remember why we're doing this. Also, if we don't have personal development, when people aren't responding to us, we're like, well, I'm done. I'm so discouraged. You know, what's going to be your rock? What's going to help you stay here? So you could share that. It'll attract people. It'll attract your tribe because you'll have people with the same interests responding to you. So let's see. What else? Okay. We also said proof of the product, right? So for me, proof of the product was learning how to eat right. You know, I never did the time nutrition or like follow the containers. I used to eat all day, but like for breakfast, I would have eggs, bacon, and fruit and a waffle. Well, I'm not supposed to have fruit for breakfast. It's not in my meal plan. Like, you know, so little tweaks. I still have the fruit later in the day, but I'm tweaking when I'm having it so that my body runs the way it's supposed to run. Little tweaks that have made the world of difference. Proof of the product is also going to make it easier to share like what we're doing. You can't really share or sell something if we don't know what we're talking about. And actually that's another thing. So we don't like to be salesy, right? We don't want to feel pushy. So let's not. Let's be passionate. I talked about this with my team already. Like, okay, have you guys tried the Starbucks Nitro Brew? Like, I love it. Like, if I was there, I would buy you guys one. It is so freaking good. It's low calories. It's delicious. You feel like you're having a beer, but it doesn't taste like a beer. And it's like in a fancy cup, you know? So, like, if I was with you, like first I ask you about it, right? And then you're like, no, but it's kind of interesting. Maybe you're gonna go and try it. But now if I talk to you next week, I'm like, hey, so did you try it? And you're like, no, I haven't tried it yet. It's like, well, since you're in town, I'm gonna take you to go get one. See what I'm saying? Like this should be the same. Like I really enjoyed that, so I want to share it with you. Like I'll buy you one, you know? And whether it's like have some of mine or whatever, like it's just being passionate about something you really like. So if you like this, you could share it. You're not being pushy, you know? I mean, okay, here's one more example. Somebody said, I can't sell. I'm not a good seller. Okay, why do you say that? Well, because it could be so hot, the hottest summer day in Death Valley, and I can't sell a cold soda, a cold pop to anybody. Well, I'm not going to sell them any either. I'm going to go grab my soda. I'm going to go sit next to them and I'm going to crack it open and I'm going to drink it. And they're going to be like, hey, can I have some? Like it's all mindset. It's all like how we're going to present and share it. Because if somebody's like, hey, do you want to buy this? You're like, I'm busy. It's okay. Like it's, you know, so being proof of the product's really, really going to help us do that. Let's see. Okay, this is a big one. I hope Amber is available in a second because I think I'm going to call her out. So invite. Okay, that's one of the vital behaviors. So this is our business. I mean, making a post is important in our business for growing our market, growing our network. But it's not inviting. It's not really inviting. It's just growing our network. So yeah, I know we all see those coaches that are like, hey, I'm going to do this. Who wants to join me? And then they get like, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 people. But those coaches aren't starting off. Most of those coaches have been doing this for a long time. When you have thousands of followers, of course, you know, it's going to seem discouraging to us. Like, how come they're getting all these responses and we're not? It's because we're supposed to post. And then that's when the work begins. The post isn't the work. The work is following up. So you follow up with the people that like your post. So it's you post, you hustle, like, hey, you like my post? What's going on? You know, how can I help you connect? And then follow up. And I say follow up because, like, okay, people are like, wow, you're doing so good right now. Like 90% of the people that just joined me all said they were going to join me in January, like the beginning of the year. Here it is, April, and they're just joining me, like March, you know, the end of March. So 90 days is usually the turnaround. Like, don't get discouraged. Like, but make sure that you're calling these people like once a month. Just follow up with them. Follow-up's important. Okay, the reason I'm calling out Amber is because Amber used to work this business before, and they told her the 4 vital behaviors. But I said, how come you never invited me? And I can't hear you. Wow.
Sorry, I'm trying to get ready for work, so. Go ahead.
It's okay. You don't have to be on. I was just saying, like, how come you never invited me? You know, you did the 4 vital behaviors.
Because I at least where I've already been, it was like business. And like even like yeah, it seemed like, okay, I'm gonna run a business. So I don't want to be on a business necessarily. I want to be like the reason even now that I jumped in with you after I've already had that experience is because you didn't sit there and be a boss of a business. You were there as like, you know, hey, this is my friend who actually cares for me. Who, yeah, she's been like leaving these little breadcrumb trails this whole time. Like, hey, I just did Beachbody too. Da 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 da. Okay, that's great. Good. I'll see you later, Jen. Okay, that's great. I'll see you later, Jen. But no matter what, you kept the friendship there. You kept the, hey, you know, can you give me an idea? Because I just started on this. Hey, can you give me an idea? I just started on this. And no matter what, you came and asked me, but not because you're doing a business. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll be right back.
the business side of it was kind of like, that is what kind of bothered me a little bit sometimes, is when it feels like it's too business-like and not like interpersonal and things like that. So I'm okay with running a business or working at, because we did sales. I did before where I'm at now. My previous job was a salesman, and I did not like being the pushy salesman, but I felt like that's what I was being told to do, was be the. So to me, that was like a hard part. Is when I wasn't at work, I didn't want to be at work. So now I rejoined because Jennifer did not come at me as a salesman. She came at me as a friend who cared, who kept consistently asking me about my nutrition. Hey, how come? Do you still drink Shakeology? And she's the one that came to me and was like, hey, I tried this thing, and my baby's having upset tummy every time I drink Shakeology. And I was like, well, have you tried the vegan yet? I do vegan because my daughter's lactose intolerant. Hey, have you tried this supplement? Have you tried that supplement? And it's interesting because even though she was starting her own business and she was doing everything else, I still guided her in doing her things. So in a way, so I know the product, I've done it, but the salesy part to me is what I didn't like. But I like that she still stayed consistent, because she's my friend, and it's more that she cared that she showed she cared for not just the business but for the person.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you for that.
that's what-
I think that to me is powerful, but it's because I'm the type of person that's going to ask. You could say, no, I don't know. But if I don't ask, I'm not going to get help. But if I asked you and you helped me. Like, I didn't know that there was vegan. When I called to cancel, I said, wow, Shakeology, because my daughter is getting sick and the customer service people didn't tell me. So, so I wasn't, I didn't know that. So,
yeah, and then we we swapped bags. Hey,
yeah.
why don't you try it?
Yeah.
And so that was a big thing. It's like, here, I have it. I might not be running a business at that time frame, but it's still the fact, like, here, are you interested? Sure, try it out. And now what do you drink all the time? Oh, vegan. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we're going off. I don't want to get off tangent too much. Oh, we'll come back. So if you guys have questions, you can drop them in the chat box or write them down. Let me know at the end. But don't forget, because we're here to help each other. But the fourth vital behavior is recognize. I haven't done this till recently. Like, recognize your challenger win. Like, they have more energy. Their weight loss isn't always the primary. It could be their relationship with their spouse. Like my husband and I, our relationship, I mean, it's always up and down. That's marriage, but it's stronger because I feel like when you sweat together, you kind of like, you get stronger. Same thing with your friends. So Amber doesn't live that close. Tanya lives super far away, but I have friends that don't have kids that weren't in the same season as me, but because they saw me recognizing other friends that also aren't in the same season with me, they reached out to me and then they joined, and now I get to see them online all the time from sharing, like, hey, I know her. Even Amber now is getting traction. I know that girl. I know that person. Hey, well, I want to join too. Like, because you're recognizing, like, I listened to Patrice and did what she told me to do because I trust her. I didn't know what I was doing. Even now, she's like, yay, you're diamond. I was like, cool. She's like, do you know what diamond is? Like, that's really cool. I was like, oh. And then I was like, oh. But it took, because I trust you, so I'm following the steps. But it's so much information. And that's what's good, that we're our bosses. Take it at your step. There's so much information. Like, if you try to get it all at once, it's overwhelming. It's like, go, 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 go. Like, we're all busy already. And now you just injected a business into your life. Holy crap. Like, it's overload. So take it in your breadcrumbs that you need. And if you could do more some days, then do more. If you're burnt out, then don't. And so recognize, okay? But besides that, like, Success Club is important, but it shouldn't be a make or break. And for me, like, I know I've told Patrice, like, yeah, I want to hit Success Club, but I can't focus on Success Club because that's how I am. If I have a goal and then I don't hit it and I don't hit it and I don't hit it, it discourages me. So my goals are to help people. We have so much we have like a line of products. Like, I could sell Energize to somebody who wants a pre-workout, or I could sell Recover to somebody that wants a post-workout. I'm not going to get Success Club points. I'm going to get commission, but I'm not going to get Success Club points. But I still help somebody out. And then guess what? Somebody that signs up for the 3-month or the year and they only want Beachbody On Demand, like, I've scared people away at the beginning because I wanted to sell the whole thing. Well, now it's like, okay, you just want Beachbody On Demand. Join us with Beachbody On Demand. Every single program, every single corner is Shakeology, is pre-workout, is, Daily Sunshine. Like, Beachbody On Demand is gonna, there's Beachbody On Demand and there's Team Beachbody. We're Team Beachbody. Beachbody On Demand is going to help us. They're going to promote for us. So don't turn those people away. Yes, Success Club is what we want. So our challenge packs is what we're going for. But don't lose somebody that's not going to go all in. Something is better than nothing. Progress is progress. Okay. I'm going to talk about why Patrice asked me to jump on here. She wanted me to talk about, like, my mommy play dates. Like I said at the beginning, I'm very big on community. So I like to have play dates. I like to have play dates because I need sanity. I want to meet up with other moms, but also I want my kids to be able to socialize. I want them to, feel confident and have practice. So that's just something that I like. If you guys can host like a play date at your local park or whatever, that would be great. That would help. Just getting that face-to-face interaction. But you don't have to do that. A lot of us are super busy. Like, some of you have full-time jobs. Like, even going to like a company meeting, like after party or whatever, like, people will ask you. Yesterday at my son's preschool class, I had 2 people ask me, and probably because I showed up in my workout clothes because I didn't have time to change. It was the first time. And so they're asking me, like, hey, what are you doing? And so they'll ask you, just put yourself out there, like, around the people. Face to face is really gonna help a lot. So there's play dates, there's church events, there's meetups, that's an app. There's adventure clubs, that's an app. It's from South Africa. Now they're in the UK. They just opened up in California. They're gonna open up in every state in the USA soon, like this year. They want to open up in a state every single month in a new state. So, like, adventure clubs is adventures with parents and kids. So, like, that, if you're involved with certain community things, just being around other like-minded people brings you sanity. It brings our family sanity, and it grows our cold market. Like, what more can we ask for? At least that's what I think. I think that's about it. I mean, let's see. How do you ask permission to share people's success? Okay. Well, I've asked people to text me, like, hey, because they'll tell me and they'll be excited about it. And not, you won't always get the text right away. Sometimes they'll do it like way later. Sometimes they won't do it at all. I'll be like, hey, if you get a chance, everything you just said was amazing. If you could shoot me a text, that would be great. Like, I'd love to share your results because it could inspire other people, and I would love to share that. And I won't show your name or whatever. And sometimes, that's really good, I think, for people that are like shy but have had really good success, especially coming from them. Yeah, make small goals achievable. Yeah, make little goals. Yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about with you could sell any of our lines, not just the whole thing. Does anybody have any questions? Sorry if I was all over the place.
Thank you so much for doing this. It was so helpful. Everything always comes back to the basics. It comes back to the 4 vital behaviors. And I love that mindset about not viewing it as points, as people. You know, that should be our goal, is how many lives can we impact? And for our business, I mean, it is Success Club, but I love that it's just kind of a shift of the mindset. You know, you're still pursuing Success Club because that's how our business is going to grow. It's just you switch it to how many people can I impact versus how many points can I get. And I think that's going to keep us in that servant mindset and really, pursuing people. So thank you so much. Does anybody else have any comments or questions?
I'll share the replay in the group under the thread.
Yeah, Caroline said looking at volume and Success Club together definitely helps, because that's how our businesses will grow.
Yeah.
All right, ladies. Yeah, go ahead and post that for anybody that missed it. Thanks for everybody that hopped on, and have a great Thursday. Oh, wait, recognitions. Shannon, congratulations on Emerald.
Woo woo.
Today, that's amazing.
Shannon, how long have you been a coach? I know she's on mute. Do you know, Patrice? Like a month, and already hitting Emerald. That is amazing. Seriously.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was my
in Emerald this month. That's awesome.
Yeah. Thanks.
Congratulations, girl. And last but not least, our fearless leader hit 2-star diamond qualifying today. Huge, huge, huge. And I said it in my post. I don't know if you saw it, but she would probably say at times she feels like her pace has been slow, but I think that really goes into why she's such a dedicated leader to us. She leads from the front. She shows us that it's not about how quickly you get somewhere, but staying committed, staying dedicated, and really seeing the fruit of that. So I love you, Caroline. You lead us so well, and we're so, so, so proud of you. Seriously.
They're gonna make me cry. Like literally, I was reading all these comments on there on my Facebook and stuff before this, and I was like, I'm gonna get on this call and be like bawling, crying.
I love it. That's what it's about.
So y'all are awesome. Thank you guys, because I couldn't do it without y'all, obviously. So I feel like, you know, we say it all the time, but me and Patrice are not special. We just show up and we're consistent, and I think that's the only thing that's gotten me to where I am. I mean, there's other things, but you know what I mean. So don't ever think that that's not attainable for you, or that like, oh, that's way down the road, because Patrice got there in a year. So like that can totally be you. So just put in the work. I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Another thing I said to my team recently was, we're hitting this, but it's so that we can blaze the trail for you guys. You know, these are all team recognitions. These are team advancements. These are team achievements. And, you know, we're kind of a little bit ahead because of timing, but the goal is for you guys to, you know, hop in right with us. So let's all keep running together.
Yes, I love it.
All right.